So my friend Carter found a mod for multiplayer Portal. It comes with a 2 and 3 player map pack as well as a sandbox map with support for up to 32 players. Now, with many Source games it is possible to start multiplayer servers, but Portal always had this problem with, Portal's crashing the game. Mods like Portal Multiplayer were created to try and resolve the whole Portal issue, but they tended to be a bit unstable. At some point, however, an update for the game came out that fixed portals causing a crash. That's where Portal Cooperative comes in. Updating maps from the multiplayer mod and adding new ones, the creator was originally going to have it as a map pack. This was changed to allow for better bug fixing and extra minor features to boost the experience for the players. Getting to play the first Portal like this was a great experience, and the final sections of the map pack really caught us by surprise, so sit back and enjoy.
Yup.
Oh, whoops.
Classic Source jank of 5 FPS. Alright, into the test chamber.
The tutorial area is a simple test just to prepare us for the rest of the maps, and to introduce us to some recurring mechanicals throughout it. All that needs to be done here is for both players to stand on these buttons to remove the fizzler fields.
You know that thing was sentient, right?
That's unfortunate. These spots are where we have to place the portals to start the lift and move on to the next area.
Designed for this mod.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, we did it! Oh yeah? Oh, look. This is just stolen out of Portal 2. Huh.
Here, one player has to break the sound barrier and be launched by the other up onto a railing. Then just simply bring up the other player and you're good to go. Now on to the first real chamber of the map pack. This one has me using portal momentum to speedrun limb trauma.
The energy ball?
From here, my friend at the start can redirect the energy ball to my half of the chamber, and I can then send it back to him over the gap I was launched over. While he waits for the energy ball, he moves his portals to bring the ball to the receptacle. Only thing left to do is turn off the grid and bring the cube over to the open door.
Once again, excellent work.
Have you ever played the co-op of Portal 2?
I've played it a little, not very much of it.
Oh.
Upon entering the second chamber and disregarding the hazards list, I nearly became an example for OSHA. After a quick safety meeting, I explored around to get my bearings and quickly forgot all the informational videos I was shown as I stood directly in front of a turret as the glass began to crack. Also, for some reason, the turrets would get louder from further away.
That got louder
Why?
the further away I got from it.
Yeah. This puzzle is easy enough. There's enough space under the fizzler down there for my friend to shoot a portal that after I jump through, will send me to the top of the map. After my friend brings the OSHA approved bulletproof cube through this opening, I am able to safely get through this hall and open the door from earlier for my friend to join me at the top. Now unfortunately, someone decided to place these turrets facing each other in the next room, but with a little teamwork we sorted out that problem. Oh, and I gotta kill the other one now.
Yeah, show it who's boss.
The third chamber required a little more critical thinking than the last two did. For this one, we need to press 2 timed buttons in quick succession to allow an energy ball through these 2 doors here. To take care of the buttons, my friend had to portal me into the room closest to the wall, and then I could place portals into the other room so I can press both buttons as quick as I could. From the outside of the room, my friend can then redirect the energy ball back towards the doors.
Alright, ready whenever. We did it!
Not really sure what we did since I couldn't really see the ball or the doors open, but hey, that's one piece of the puzzle down. Now we just need to get that cube from that side of the gap over to this side.
So I'll be the one to block the turret fire. And you'll go through
for the...
Yeah. I have to press the button that turns the fizzler off.
With full confidence in my friend's plan, I bravely hid behind him as he blocked the turret. That way I could grab the cube and get it past the fizzler with little to no danger to myself. Then, carefully, I held the cube up to my face in front of the turret, like a child afraid of the dark hides under their blanket, pretending that the horrors of the world can't hurt me, at least if it's out of sight.
I died.
Now I'm gonna be honest here. When we walked into the final chamber, my brain melted a little bit. But it turned out it wasn't as hard as it first appeared to be. All we had to do was get a portal under that fizzler so the cube would drop and launch out the other end. When my friend pressed the button, it was up to me to launch myself and catch the cube.
You have to have a portal there. So I think the way this is gonna go is when you jump in, you're gonna fly out, and we have to perfectly time it for you to catch the cube midair. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, I messed up.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Well, that works.
So much for, catching the cube. Once we disabled the downstairs fizzler, we were able to move the cube up to its new resting spot to unlock the final section of this chamber. Once we got these platforms moving, we began to face a real challenge, having to work as a team to save each other from death.
Oh boy, do we get cake? Oh, I can't do anything about that one for you.
But with our valiant effort, the two heroes effortlessly survived the trial, only to be thrown straight back into the fire, where one of our brave knights began to freak out, as the only way out was for my friend to save us.
Oh, it's pretty cool.
After our near-death experience, we finally got a moment to breathe once we entered the back rooms of the enrichment center. What the fuck? What? So, anyone see the video of the crab being sucked into the underwater pipeline? Cause I have, and I still did this willingly. The longer I play this map, the more concerned I've become of my self-preservation instincts. Then again, industrial work zones and factories are just playgrounds for adults, right? And who doesn't want to risk getting crushed to death? I've been on the internet long enough. I know what you people are into. What? After surviving what I wish a goth girl would do to my head with her thighs, we end up in a bit of a pickle. The only way forward is guarded by turrets, but we've done this before and handle it pretty easily.
We progress, let me grab one of these barrels.
And then my friend here went and decided that it's been way too easy for us, so he decided to give the turrets our weapons instead of using them. Now we had to go in there ourselves and just hope for the best.
Damn, we lost our barrels.
Alright, Carter, I'm going in.
Alright. Get him, Josh.
I can't!
You did it!
Ah! Despite all the hardships we've endured up to this point, however, were not enough to prepare us for our greatest challenge yet.
Someone is going to get badly hurt.
This is a broken down chamber. There's a button that indicates the door it opens. There's a rocket turret and a non-functioning cube dispenser. At first, we believed that we had to get the rocket turret to shoot the dispenser and that would give us the cube we needed. We spent so much time trying to get this to happen. Every possible angle we can imagine, placing portals everywhere we could, all in a vain attempt to understand what we actually had to do in this room. Eventually, we had a rocket seem to directly hit it and nothing happened.
I'm
You
pretty sure
hit it
they
dead
hit
on.
it, but it didn't do anything.
Yet we still kept trying to get the rocket to hit it from another angle. Collectively, our tiny brains were sanded down to a smooth gloss finish, and all thought deserted them. Insanity crept its way in and replaced what little higher intellect we could muster. Bro, I could totally crawl in here. It took us 18 minutes before my friend finally noticed the door behind the glass. 18
Maybe you think
minutes.
you're helping yourself, but
This
you're
is what we
not.
were supposed to have the
This
rocket
isn't
turret shoot.
helping anyone.
Never in my life have I thought so little of myself. Now, we just had to maneuver the turret to shoot this pipe and give us the cube we needed to finally leave this godforsaken chamber. Did you get it?
Yep.
I'm not kidding now. Turn back, or I will kill you.
The pounders. And it's a good thing that our mental faculties seemed to grace our brains once more, as we weren't prepared for... well...
Oh,
It's actually...
I wasn't expecting this.
Both know that
all
isn't
this,
going to
all of
happen.
it was
You
leading
chose
us
it
to this
now. Now
moment.
I have
A final
surprise for you.
confrontation with GLaDOS,
Enjoying
something
surprise
I
and
never
fun.
once
Or
considered doing in multiplayer.
time out for a
And to
second.
top it all
That
off, it wasn't the
supposed to
regular fight.
happen.
Some
You see
changes
that
were made
minute
to account
about
for and
me
require
27?
interaction from
It's
both
not a
players.
surprise. I've
Not
never
too
seen it
much,
before.
but still nice to see.
Never-
One of us would need to stay in this room with the buttons, one to turn off the fizzler field and allow us to hit GLaDOS with a rocket, and the other to open the incinerator for the cores. The other would have to bait the rocket turret into shooting through his portal and hit GLaDOS. Portal surfaces had also been changed a bit to incentivize using both players' portals.
Speaking of curiosity, you're curious about what happens after you die, right? Guess what? Have your brain scanned
Our,
completely backed up in case
Yeah, our
something
first attempt ended when we
happens to
realized that
you.
there was still a time limit.
It's just a
Oh, we're actually getting hurt.
Don't believe me? Here, I'll put you on.
Oh, there's a time limit.
That's how dumb you sound. You've been
But
on about
hey,
every single
at least
thing
there's a
you've ever
successful
done,
run for you guys to
including
see.
this thing.
All right.
Turret defenses.
Take it out.
If you want my advice, you should just lie down in front of a rocket. Trust me. Keep doing whatever it is you think you're doing. It's a cracking unit.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
just
can do it
place
on
your
the way
yellow
down, you
portal.
know?
A big party.
All right.
All your other friends couldn't come either because
Bye-bye.
you don't have any other friends. I said that you don't have a whole lot left to waste. What's your point anyway?
Did you get it?
I got it.
Well then, don't believe me? Here, I'll put you on.
After finally defeating GLaDOS, the one who trapped and tried to kill us, it was finally time. Time for the two of us to ascend beyond the mortal realm, ascend into a new world with all new opportunities.
Welcome.
It was at this point that my friend remembered all the console commands.
Well, that bind works. Watch out.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
fuck? God.
There's no
Wait, wait, wait.
animation for it.
Obey me.
Alright, Carter.
What did you do? Oh! Oh! Huh?